right off the bat. So I really thought this would be the first offseason in a long time where there wasn't rumors circulating about who was going to start for the 49ers week one, right? We've been dealing with it, I feel like, every single offseason since, Jimmy Garoppolo has been here, other than, maybe when he first got here. And now all of a sudden, the GOAT, who I thought was retired, somehow is being tied to the 49ers on a daily basis. So, Jose, one, do you believe that these rumors with Tom Brady to the 49ers have any, real smoke to it? And if so, what do you should the 49ers be open to trying to trade for him?
First part of the question, hell to the nah. Because who's setting these rumors? This was a hypothetical situation that stemmed from Brady leaving the door open, which once the GOAT leaves the door open, all hell breaks loose. Everyone's going to talk about it. And so, of course, the Niners are the team, since they're the closest ones. Brady wanted to come here 2 years ago. So, of course, They're going to be the most obvious spot to consider. But other than that, who's even talking about it? There's no rumors. I don't see any reports or citing. It's just Bill Simmons talking it up just because he's in Boston, because he knows Bill Simmons is a basketball guy. Not saying he doesn't know, he's not in the know, but come on. So no, hell to no, it's not going to happen. It's a pipe dream. I wrote about it because there's just so many things that aren't going to work. Now, to your second point, if it actually did come to fruition, yes, you have to consider it for sure. But the thing is, and that ties back into my last point of why it's a pipe dream, is because, all right, if it's going to happen, you're going to have to make that commitment within the month, because you're not going to be making all these additions to build around Trey Lance and just filling out your whole team, siphoning the salary cap, getting that ready for your own draft picks and whatever else molding is needed to be. And then suddenly Brady's ready in May or June. It's like, hey, guys, I'm ready. Come out. 49ers, what's up? And it's like, you see here, Brady, we already molded the offense. We got OTAs done with Lance. We already, and as much great of a cost-effective contract that Brady's is, I think it's only over $10 million, which that's insane. You still wouldn't have enough. I mean, right now they're over the cap. I know you're going to have Garoppolo off the books, but then you have other players you're going to have to re-sign, or other players you're going to have to poach away. And then you have Debo's extension, maybe in Bosa's extension, if that's on the table. There's just so many variables, so many steps you have to take before you even get to that notion of, okay, we're considering it. But what I do know, the only way you're going to have to make that a reality, you have to figure that out before March 10th, March 9th, whenever free agency happens. Because once you start that domino effect, there's no turning back.
For sure. And the thing that, because I tend to lean with you, that it's where is it coming from? Why are we even talking about it? Because he just retired. But he literally just retired like a few weeks, maybe not even 2 weeks ago, right? It's less than 2 weeks ago. The reasons why he retired, he mentioned that if I felt like I wasn't 100% all in to committing myself to football, I shouldn't play. And even when he, moved from New England to Tampa Bay, he was all the way. And I remember, it seems like forever ago, but it was only 2 years ago. He was making helicopter flights over to Tampa Bay, breaking COVID protocols to throw the ball to Gronkowski, finding parks and stuff like that, nearly getting arrested. Like, he was all the way in. So to expect him to not have that same fire, even if he was coming to the 49ers, what type of player are we going to get? It might not even be 100% the GOAT, right? Because if he took off that whole offseason or is not preparing himself to be a full-time starter, do we even want him as a player? I don't know. I mean, obviously that's a debate to have, but I'm with you. I think he's just trying to sell something, so he wants to stay relevant maybe. And then obviously, like you said, it's the offseason, so even we're running with it, right? So,
I saw so many on 49ers Twitter going on with it. Super hardcore. So I was like, all right, I got to write an article on this. This is bizarre. And then sure enough, that article was freaking on Google for like days already. And it's just always a talking point. And I don't know if Brady intentionally did it, but he's right. He's like, well, I don't know what the future holds. It's true. Yeah, we don't know what the future holds. So, he was just saying the obvious. Right. But the thing is, there's a difference between actually knowing it and actually hearing it / seeing it. And since he actually did it and said those words, even though we already know, it's always possible, that's where it gets the ball rolling. And so that's where everything, like people like us, we got to do that from it's part of engagement. That's the point. That's the point we're supposed to do, and just roll with it. And now that's why I went and said, all right, It's just fantasy land. It's you have a better chance of getting him out of retirement on Madden than you do in actual real life, or at least getting him to the 49ers. So I'm not hearing none of that.
Yeah. And I mean, a lot of people overlooked that one part at the end of that statement where he said, I don't know what I'm going to feel like in 6 months, but probably not. I'll probably feel the same. Right. So he's not unretiring. He's not that type of guy that would want to switch teams by retiring and unretiring. Right. I think that'd be a slap in the face to Tampa Bay. And I think you're right. It's just rumors. But